Alright, we had a request for Bihag. Hey, we have a request for jhaptal. Do I know anything in Bihag and jhaptal? No, we could compose something though. Maybe we'll do that. First off, what are the most important notes here? Or what notes are there? And if you don't know Bihag, then one way to figure out the scale is to start writing out or realizing what notes there are. Maybe Vivek could write out the scale, write in ascending and descending scale. I'm not sure if Vivek is talking to us. If you are, we can't hear you, or maybe he's on the phone. I'm not sure. Alright. Did anyone attempt to write a scale, or even just the known notes? Alright, Vibhuti. Nisa Gama Pani Sa. I like that. Vibhuti, did you just figure that out, or do you know that in advance, or did you just research it? And you don't need to put spaces between those notes. You know what putting spaces between all those notes does when you're typing? It adds about twice as much time to get it done. Alright, let's see what Dalip has. Alright, I see errors below Vivek. That is not how I would do it, that's for certain. First off, there's only one Ma showing. Let's see what Dalip has. Sagama Pani Sa Sani Dapa Maga Re Sa. Not quite, because was it extremely clear when I had my flute like this and I was using what would be coming out when I'm using my pinky? I thought I was showing my pinky. I showed my pinky sometimes and I showed all holes open. So what you've got written does not show any Tivra Ma.
Ma. Tivra Ma.
Okay. So we've got two different Ma's. So, but you were correct. On the ascent, we omit the Re, we omit the Da. Okay, so going up, Sa Ga Ma Pani Sa, or I would probably put it because, as I asked, what are the two most important notes? What were the notes I was hanging out on?
Tivrama and Komalni.
There's definitely not any Komalni. I never hit that once. There was definitely Tivra Ma. I wasn't really hanging out on Tivra Ma. I'll actually say I was not hanging out on.
When
Tivra
it come
Ma.
down, Kerry, it's like Ma Pa, the Tivra Ma Pa, and then Gama Gare Sa, right?
Correct. In which Ga? Which Ma?
So first is the Tivra Ma, and the second is the Shuddha
Okay. Ma Pa. Okay.
Ma. Gama,
Now you
Shuddha
can
Ma.
go Ga Ma Pa. You actually do go from Ga, you go Ga Should Ma Pa.
That's good.
Ga Ma Pa. Should. But when you want to descend, or if you just want to play around with Ma Pa, it's Tivra Ma Pa. Okay, ma pa, or ma pa, whatever you're gonna do. You can't even go pa ma tivra ma, but then you're gonna drop down to the ga. Ma pa ga ma ga, and you've got like a ga shid ma ga sandwich. Ga ma ga with the ma in the middle. Pa ma ga, ma pa ga ma ga. The first ma, either way, is the tivra, and then the one between the gas is the should.
Yeah.
When I do it like that, pa ma ga, I usually kind of slide through the tivra ma more than, but you can certainly just play pa ma ga, two different mas. I want to keep playing Bihag, so I'm going to keep playing Bihag. Let's go ahead and write. Let's write our scale. Has anyone improved the scale that they had written down originally? Who knows what the first thing? Who can guess what the first thing I wrote on the page is that I'm saying, as I say every day of the last like several weeks, that you should be doing too?
Name of the raga.
Correct.
Yeah, date and name of the
With a line under it, and then it just makes it that much easier to see. And then at the top right, I put my scale. If it's the first time I've ever learned the Raag, if I've learned the Raag before, I probably already wrote the scale. Ni sa ga ma pa ni sa. Let's see if it'll focus. Okay, everything should there. Do we need the ni? No, because generally speaking, scales are just written inside of one octave from sa to high sa, but ni is so important in Bihag. Back to my question, what are the notes I was hanging out on? I was hanging out on ni and ga. Ni and ga are the vadi and samvadi. Which is which, I don't remember. Both of them are important. Okay? Ni and ga, so you can go ahead and write that. Ni and ga, vadi, samvadi. Ga, ni, maybe, not sure, can't remember. It's in my notes, but to me, I'm going to be spending roughly equal time on both of those because they're both important. If you don't spend time on those, it's probably not going to sound that much. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it will. We could experiment. It won't sound like it should. Bihag. All right, Bihag, evening raga. Hey, I can write that down. Evening raga. All right, I could have written a full ray here, but since I'm usually just going to slide through it anyway, I just wrote it as an ornamental. Now, I'm sure there's other ways we could write the descent, but this will suffice for now, and I can look up my original notes. I probably originally learned this from Ali Akbar Khan, Ustad Ali Akbar Khan at the Ali Akbar College in San Rafael, California, so I can look at those notes. Can't recall if I ever studied Bihag with Pandit Vijay Raghav Rao. All right, so what do we have here? Sani da pa. All right, on the ascent, there was no re and no da, but on the descent, sani da pa, I could have just slid through that da and put it as an ornament on the pa too. But you can go sani da pa for certain, or sani da pa. Ma pa, tivra ma. Okay, ma pa ga ma ga, super common phrase. Would I say that's the pakar if I had to? Maybe I would. Ma pa ga ma ga. All right, but notice we've got that ga ga sandwich with the shidma, and then sliding down to the sa. Through the ray. Let's get some tambura again.
When
I often fall from the ga all the way down to the knee. Like I'll fall from the ga to the sa, or I'll fall from all the way to the knee and then come up to the sa. And I'm going through the ray for certain. Ga race ani, ga race ani sani. Ni sapani. came up to the pa, I was playing shid ma. Alright, our ascending scale, ni, sa, ga, ma, pa. But now that I'm on pa, if I want to play around with ma, I'm going to be showing the tivra ma until I come back down to that ga, ma, ga, shid ma sandwich. Okay? Now, I did take a lesson in this, I don't know, a year ago from my vocal instructor, Kumar Mardur. And he said that back in the day, there was just shid ma. And therefore that sometimes you can just go pa ma ga with the shid ma. Sometimes you can just skip that dial altogether. Sani pa sani. Ni da pa ma pa. Alright, if you have that seventh hole, good time to use it there just to ornament the pa. Ni da pa ma pa. Ni sa ni. Ni sa ni da pa ma pa. Ma pa ma pa ma pa. Shid ma pa you could do a tivra ma pa ni sa. Let me make sure you can do that. Yeah, really, if you can get down to the shid ga, that would be a good time to do it, which I can barely. How would I be able to do that? Get down to a shid ga, because eighth hole gives me shid ma. That would be with my leg. And then if I add a rotation, just like all of you should be able to do to get from pa to ma. Then I could get down to the ga. Why would I want to do that? Well, because ga is an important note. And then I can come up with a ga, ma, pa, ni, sa. Alright. Now, should I attempt it? I'm not really sitting in a position where it's easy for me to hit my... This is more if you're sitting down cross-legged Indian style, as it's called. Alright, you don't have a lot of volume, but it still sounds kind of cool. Anytime you go down low and hit the notes correctly, it tends to sound good. Alright, so what now? I was kind of talking about Alan Carr's. Would we play Alan Carr's in Beam Palazzi? I don't know, that's tricky. As I said yesterday, I like playing Alan Carr's in scales that are the same up and down. Missing a high dot. The more you look, the more you'll find. Always check over your work. Or my camera likes to move around on its own. Alright, we're ornamenting all of them from the note we start with and just moving up to the next note and returning. Ni sa ni. Ni sa ni, sa ga sa, ga ma ga. Hey, look, that time I did sa ga sa. I could have gone sa re sa, and this time I did a sa re sa. I could have gone sa ga sa. Let's see what actually sounds good. Maybe both of them work. Sa ga sa, sa re sa. Probably either of them sound fine. And on that note, or on another note, specifically pada pa, we could have gone pani pa right there. But really, I kind of seem to like it if this had been a sare sa, ni sa ni, sare sa. Let's do it like that so that we're always just using the closest note. And what is this? The main line. Always know what your main notes are. Ni sa ga ma pa ni sa. That's just our arohi. Sounds fine either way. Sare sa or saga sa. Pada pa or pani pa. Alright, now what about coming down? Let's see if we can keep this same pattern and come down. Hey, you guys can try it. Try to write it out. Keep the same pattern. I'll give you a hint. We're going to start with a sare sa. We're going to try to follow our scale and see what happens. We're just now ornamenting the notes of the scale. Alright, here's what I wrote out. This could be done and could have been done in some various ways, but I think this works. Sare sa, ni sa ni, da ni da, pa da pa, ma pa ma, pa da pa, ga ma ga. Yeah, ga ma ga, ma pa ma, ga ma ga, re sa re sa. That re is just our little ornamental connector. Let me play it and then I'll show it to you again. Alright, well that was my attempt at making up something, an exercise in a scale that is not simple. So you'll notice that making up exercises and scales that aren't straight up and straight down get a lot more complex. Alright. What now? We said we had a request for jhaptal. I don't know Bihag and jhaptal. Can I make up Bihag and jhaptal? I'd like to know a Bihag and jhaptal. I could either surf the internet until I find a recording of someone playing it, which is inevitable because jhaptal is one of the most common tals and Bihag is one of the most common ragas. So I'm sure someone out there is playing it. I could listen to it, and if I like it, try to figure it out. Or I could just make up one here. Alright, so let's do that. 88 beats per minute. F plus 32 cents. Alright, kind of experimenting at them, but this is what I wrote. That was the first one I wrote. Now it's a little bit slow at the start, but if you want to be playing in a kind of slow mood jhaptal, then it works fine. It starts on ga. Alright, Sum has a ga. Kali has an E. Our two most important notes, our two most important beats. Now, for me, it kind of, that gama ga was a little too short. Like, maybe I'd squeeze the knee to paw into here and then have more time for my gama ga. Let me experiment with that. Teaching a raga that I don't know too well on the spot, making it up on the spot. I don't know. Does it work? Yes. I'm not like fully, but whoever expected that you'd write out a composition in 30 seconds and it would be in its ultimate optimal state. Probably not. But hey, we put Raag Bihag on a page in 10 beats and that works. Okay. Now, the next one I started, I kind of was thinking, that gama pa ni sa goes kind of slow. What if I kind of sped up something at the start? So I was writing in 2 notes per beat here, but I didn't finish it. But I can right now. Let me think about it. Or are we just off track and you're completely lost? Have you learned anything about my thought process for writing a composition? I've got 10 beats. I know my tal. All right. I'm going to think about, like, sum is always important. We're going to be coming to sum in an important way. I better make sure, like, that's when I arrive from my improvisations. What did I do before? I did a 3-beat ton. The final 3 beats of jhaptal. Sani dapa mapa gama ga re sa. Sani dapa mapa. Taka taka demi. 1 and 2 and 3 end. All right, it's a beat and a half. It's 6 quarter beats. I'm at 4x speed. Sani dapa mapa. Gama ga re sa a. Alright, and then I'm going to come back to my sum. So I always want to make sure that I can arrive at sum in a way that I want. Alright, let's see this alternative line. I'm sliding through the ma. I'm sliding through the re. Gama pa gama ga re sa. Do 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 do. Second half of the line. Hey, we could do it like this. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Nisa gama pama gama ga. Gama pama gama ga re sa. Nisa gama pama gama ga. What is jhaptal? 5 beats. D na, D D na, T na, D D na. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. hold the knee for 2 beats and come down to the paw on the 3rd beat. Why on the 3rd beat? Because jhaptal sounds like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. For a munja. What's the munja? After the gut, we're going to go to the low notes. Alright. Now, if I were to rewrite it, if I had space, I would have rewritten this just knee E. It's just 2 beats, okay? I've got knee E, E, E with hat as if they're 2 to a beat, but just knee E, pa, ah, ah are the first 5 beats. Knee, knee to pa, 2, 3. Mapa, nisa, gama, ga, risa. Mapa, nisa, gama, ga, risa. Pama, even better. I added the paw ornament right there. Pama. This just right, a knee and a pause bar. What is the word for that? Here we've got trying to make up some Raag Bihag. I consider it difficult raga. Okay? There's a lot of rules, and making up tones, it makes it a lot harder to come up with tones that fit your perfect amount of space, time that you need, given that you have to follow the vakra, crooked nature of the raga. Okay, well, I like playing that. It's not like, to me, it's not in a perfect state or anything. Is this the first line or is that second line? Or they kind of sound fine, both of them in a row. Okay, but it all works. If I just really had an urge to play Bihag and jhaptal, take a picture of it, somebody, and then just send it in so everyone can stop concentrating on seeing how fast they can write. You can write it out later, or improve it, or change it. I just made this up, okay? This is not set in stone. Will I be playing this 10 years from now? Maybe. Maybe not. Most of the things I compose, I just write out, play it right then to satisfy myself, and then it gets forgotten about, maybe forever. Some of them I'll play, if I really like it, I'll play it forever. Someone succeeded in taking a screenshot. Go ahead, chat it in. Questions, people. Garisa, Nisa Maga. Something I didn't mention. There's a lot of Nisa Maga. Nisa Maga. Samaga. Gama Pama Pa. Pagamaga. Nisa Maga. Pamaga. Question about Tiverma. Tiverma, we playing Descent. Yeah. Pamaga, Pamaga, Maga. Pamagamaga. Pamagamaga. First is Tivra, second is should. But you can also go ma pa. I'm pretty sure you can also go ma pa nisa, Tivra ma pa nisa. But if you're coming from ga, then it's going to be a ga should ma pa nisa. All right. That time I went Tiverma Pa Sa Ni. Alright, that was fun, that was interesting, and unexpected. I don't play or teach Bihag very often. Hopefully I did an acceptable job. I think I did enough that now when you hear Bihag, you should have the basic concepts of it, and then you can do your self-study of it. How are you going to do that? By listening to it a lot. Hey, you could search out, are there Bihag compositions written out online, and if you find them, look at them and make sure they fall into the basic patterns that we've been teaching. If they don't, then question either I taught something wrong, or omitted something, or that the thing may be wrong. Anytime I find any composition online that I did not write out, then I always examine it and question it. Is it correct? If I know how it should be, then are things that surprise me in their unexpected differences, is that really how the person intended it? Would it sound good if I did it? And if it's a brand new raga and I was maybe looking for it or stumbled upon it because I did not know it at all, and therefore I have no basis on which to judge if they're correct or not, then I definitely bear that in mind. Okay, any questions about anything? Anyone want to play some Bihag? We got Ivan out there. He's already playing Bihag, but we've heard him play. We can hear him. Given that we're an hour into this, would anybody like to play? If so, chat it in now so that we know if you want to play a little bit of Bihag. What could that be? Hey, it could just be the scale. Did anyone send in a screenshot? No, I don't know why. No one took a screenshot? If you did, send that in. Or if you think you wrote it all out. Screenshot, Command-Shift-4. Hey, I can do it. Can I with one hand? Let's see if I can. I cannot because my command button broke last night. could easily be the start of a Teental composition starting 5 beats before some. Ga, pa, ni, sa, ni. Right? Da, din, 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 da. I like it. Did I make it up? I don't know. Have I heard that? Or is it just so intuitive, more intuitive than this jhaptal, that I'll just write it out because it works? Bihag, Teental. Start 5 beats before some. Hey, my camera likes to move around on its own. Me, sorry if I'm cutting out here. Gama pa ni sa ni da pa pa ma gama ga ni sa. Ooh, I like it. Let's play. Get this in Teental. Double the speed. 176 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have it as if there's a comma right here. Ni da pa. And then the next phrase starts with the pa, which I was morkying. Dapa ma pa. Dapa ma pa. Ni da pa. Pa. Like that. Okay? Let's see what I was doing. Working the saw, I like that. Morky symbol right there, a little tilde squiggly. Morky on the high saw. Raciny saw. Raciny saw. That's a Morky symbol. Raciny saw. Why would I do that? Because it sounds good. It's fairly easy. Watch. Ni racini sa ni. Really, I can do a nisani right there on some too. I like that nisani. Gamaga. Gamaga. I could have even just ended the line with that ga. I don't need to descend to the saw here. I can just play a 3-beat ga there if I want. Ga because ga is so important. Hey, look, our 2 most important beats, Sum and Kali, have our 2 most important notes, Ni and Ga. Hey, the composition starts with one of our most important notes, Ga. Gama pa ni sa ni da pa. Pa ma ga ma ga re sa. That makes sense. sa ma ga re sa gamma gamma pa ma gamma ga re sa. All right, we didn't go all the way down to the pa. Could have, but we could use this as a manja. Ni sa ma ga re sa. The key is you're connecting the ga to the sa. The ga falls into the sa. That's why I wrote it like that. I had another way. All of these where I'm putting the ornaments up here, I could possibly write them out another way. Like this. Mi sa ma ga re sa. Mi sa ma ga re sa. So that the re is like the final half beat before the sa, but I think it's just easier on the eyes just looking at it like that. We're starting 5 beats before Teental. 5 beats before sum. Okay, in Teental, we need to start on the upbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kali 2, 3. Gamma, pa, ni, sa, ni, pa. Pa, ma, gamma, ga, re, sa, ni, sa, ma, ga, re, sa. Gamma, gamma, pa, ma, gamma, ga, re, sa. Daka, daka, dun, 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 dun. Watch this. Instead of gamma, Kali 2, 3. Gamma, gamma, pa, ni, sa, ni. Gamma, gamma, pa, ni, sa, ni. Gamma, gamma, pa, ni, sa, ni. I'll write out that ton and then we'll end it. Ton from beat 4. It's a ton from beat 4. Hey, a ton from beat 4 in Teental in a composition that starts 5 beats before sum. Why would I start from there? Because then I can play an 8-beat ton. Where's beat 4? Right there. Okay, I can hold the knee for 3 beats. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I put in my 8-beat ton. Sum 2, 3. Gamma pani sani dapa. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and takadimi terakita. Gamma pani sani dapa. Our most basic form of a 8-beat ton is going to be takadimi terakita twice. Takadimi terakita, or in this case, takadimi terakita, takadimi takata, mapagama garisa, hard to see, but it's a mapagama garisa. Gama pani sani dapa, mapagama garisa. Where's it end on sa? Why? Because almost all my tons end on sa. Right? It just sounds good ending a ton on sa. D, 2, 3. do that one again. You can play that knee to paw if you want. You just don't have much time after it. If I'm playing a ton and I don't have time to return to saw, why? Because you're running out of beats and you're not close to the saw, then, and why would that happen in Bihag? Because you've got that curved crookedness, pama-gama-ga, that you usually want to hit. You usually are not going to go pama-ga-re-sa. Right? There's going to be the gama-ga sandwich, gama-ga. So if you run out of time, just end on the ga, pama-gama-ga. If you're at Kali, pama-gama-ga. Okay, from Kali, we've got those 3 beats in our ton that will need to get filled. Tucka tucka ta, pama-gama-ga. Alright, that was fun. I like the Teental a lot. The jhaptal may take some work. Clean it up, fix it up, slide some things around, make the spaces how I want so that the notes I want to be long have time to be long. But there's certainly some potential. So what did we do today? I'm putting up these. I'm taking pictures of these. I'm putting them up in Discord. If not on the site, I did add a Madhu Cones from last Sunday is now up on the site in the Madhu Cones course. So what did we learn? Recap. Bihag. We learned our scale. We learned our most important notes. I'll write it down. Ga and ni. And ni, most important notes. Which one's vadi, which one's samvadi, I don't know. I'm not concerned about that. They're both important. Okay? Alright, we did a little kind of ornament exercise, Allen Carr style, a little bit. Scale exercise with ornaments. We made up a jhaptal, Madhyalaya jhaptal composition. Doesn't have to be Madhyalaya, really. You could play it fast, but I usually play jhaptal and Madhyalaya. And then a fast Teental with a ton. Alright. I'm going to end it right there on this note. Thanks for being here. Show up a lot this year. It's 2024, and you've got 100 Bansuri Bliss lessons left if you're a member, showing up twice a week. At least twice a week if you wanted to. There's at least 100 lessons left this year. Try to show up. You'll learn a lot. You'll be a lot better flute player. You'll probably even be happier in your high-quality Bansuri playing life. Alright, I'm Bansuri Bliss Founder Dr. Kerry Kriger. We've been playing Bihag. This has been a Bansuri Bliss Members Advanced Lesson Sunday, January 7th, 2024. Enjoy your Bansuri playing. Bye.